What if I told you some of the greatest failures in history were not caused by bad decisions? They were caused by decisions that never happened. Warnings were delivered, experts raised alarms, meetings were scheduled, options were available, but when the moment came to act, nothing happened. No signature, no order, no movement, and sometimes that silence of action changed the world forever, because power does not always collapse through chaos. Sometimes it collapses through hesitation. Tonight, we explore how decisions vanish inside governments, corporations, and human minds, and why the cost of doing nothing is often greater than doing something wrong. Most people think failure looks dramatic: a crash, a scandal, a war, a public mistake. But many failures begin invisibly, inside waiting rooms, inside inboxes, inside committee meetings, inside people saying, "Let's review this later." We need more information. Now is not the right time. Someone else should decide. And every delay feels small, reasonable, harmless, but stacked together. Small delays become massive consequences. This is why indecision is so dangerous, because unlike bad decisions, it leaves no obvious villain, only lost time. When people remember the Titanic, they remember the iceberg. But tragedy often begins before impact. Warnings about ice were received. Signals existed. Speed remained high. Confidence remained stronger than caution. Then collision came, and even after that, confusion slowed action. Lifeboats launched partially filled in early moments. People underestimated danger. Orders were inconsistent. Time was wasted. And on a freezing ocean, time was everything. Many disasters are remembered for one big event, but often they are built from many small decisions that arrived too late, before Pearl Harbor. There were signals, intelligence warnings, growing tensions, patterns that suggested danger, but information trapped inside systems does not protect anyone, only action does. Messages moved slowly, assumptions remained comfortable, urgency failed to spread, and when attack came, history changed in hours. This is one of bureaucracy's oldest weaknesses. Knowing something without moving on it. Not all vanished decisions happen in war. Some happen in boardrooms. Kodak helped invent digital photography, but the company delayed embracing it because old success felt safer than new risk. Blockbuster had chances to adapt, but slow decisions met fast technology, and Netflix kept moving. Many companies do not die because competitors are smarter. They die because they are faster. Inside large organizations, delay hides behind language. We are evaluating options. We are studying the market. We are building consensus. Sometimes that is wisdom. Sometimes it is slow surrender. So why do people hesitate? Because decisions create responsibility. If you act and fail, you can be blamed. If you delay, blame feels softer, farther away. The human mind often chooses temporary comfort over future safety. We tell ourselves, "I need more data. Tomorrow will be better. Now is not ideal." But perfection is expensive, and delay often charges interest. There is also fear of regret. Choosing one path means losing another, so people stay in the illusion of open options. But not choosing is also a choice, and often the most costly one. Sometimes indecision is not weakness. Sometimes it is strategy. Leaders delay investigations. Officials postpone reforms. Executives schedule endless meetings. Why? Because delay exhausts pressure. People lose attention. Outrage cools. Momentum fades. And by the time action returns, the moment is gone. This is how some systems survive. Not by solving problems, but by waiting until fewer people care. Delay can be a shield, and sometimes a weapon. This pattern exists everywhere. The job application never sent, the difficult conversation postponed, the health warning ignored, the business idea endlessly planned, the apology never made. Life changes through visible moments, but it is also shaped by invisible postponements. The things we almost did, the things we meant to start, the calls we said we would make later. The world is shaped not only by decisions that were made, but by decisions that vanished. The order never signed, the warning never believed, the innovation never adopted, the truth never spoken. Sometimes the greatest mistake is not choosing the wrong path. It is standing still while the path disappears. So ask yourself, what decision in your life is quietly vanishing right now because hesitation feels harmless until consequences become permanent? History remembers disasters, but it rarely remembers the silence that created them.